Hi guys, installing a trailer hitch on a Volkswagen Tiguan could take you to some really fun places like camping and bike riding. It could also tow a U-Haul trailer just about anywhere in North America. Now let's break down this install for you. You'll need the tools seen here to complete this installation. Alrighty, so the first step to this install is going to be lowering the exhaust. We're going to need to remove one 13mm bolt from either side of the vehicle, but before we get into that, we're going to need to support the exhaust with an exhaust strap. So we're just going to attach the exhaust strap to this rear cross member on the vehicle. Then we'll tighten it up like so. Now we're going to remove those bolts using a 13mm socket. And then to make this a little easier, we're going to be using a 12-inch extension bit. Next, we're going to be removing two factory bolts out of either side of the vehicle's frame rail. We're going to be using a 16mm socket to remove these bolts. If your vehicle does not have these factory bolts, you can skip this step, and when we reinstall these later on, you will instead use the hardware provided. Alright, so now it's going to be time to raise our hitch into place. We're going to be using our U-Haul exclusive hitch jack. If you don't have one of these, you're going to want to grab a friend because this hitch can be fairly heavy. While raising the hitch into place, we noticed that it is a pretty tight fit due to the size of the hitch. If you would like to make the install easier for yourself, you can try to scrape off some of the thick undercoating on the driver frame rail. Alright, so now we're going to be reinstalling our factory bolts back into the weld nuts on the other side of our hitch. If your vehicle did not come with the factory bolts, you're going to need to use the fish wire technique to bring the provided hardware into place. If you do not know how to use the fish wire technique, you can check out the video in the description below. Alright, so now it's time to tighten and torque to manufacturer specifications. If you would like those specifications, you can click in the link in the description below. We're going to be using a 16mm socket to tighten these bolts to torque specs. So now that we have our hitch all tightened and torqued to spec, we're going to be raising our exhaust back into place. Now we're going to remove the exhaust strap. Now with the hitch installed, we brought our vehicle down to level ground so we can give you some important measurements. This is a 2-inch receiver. From the pinhole to the end of the bumper is 5.5 inches. From the ground to the top of the receiver is 11 inches. This will help you determine the length, rise, and drop for your hitch accessories such as a bike rack and cargo carrier. If you have any questions about the products seen in this video, or if you'd like to schedule an installation with a U-Haul Hitch professional, visit us online today at uhaulhitches.com.